Hey there, Cowboys fan. Let's dive into the current running back situation for our team. As you know, Rico Dowdle had a solid 1,000-yard season last year, but he's headed to free agency. While Stephen Jones has expressed interest in keeping Dowdle around, we have to ask, could the Cowboys do better at running back? Here's where things get interesting. There's buzz around a potential trade with the New York Jets, specifically for their young star, Breece Hall. Now, Hall was a second-round pick in the 2022 NFL draft and has been the lead back for the Jets since then. With both teams coming off rough seasons and both having questions at running back, this could be something the Cowboys need to pay attention to during the offseason. But what do you think? Should Dallas try to make an upgrade at running back? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear you think the Cowboys should make a move. Alright, now let's take a closer look at the New York Jets and what's going on with Breece Hall. The Jets' new GM, Darren Mauge, recently made some intriguing comments about their upcoming draft class. He specifically highlighted two positions he's excited about: the defensive line and running back. Now, you might be thinking, wait, didn't the Jets already have a star running back in Breece Hall? And you're right, they do, but here's where it gets interesting. Hall was drafted as the second-round pick in 2022, and since then, he's been the lead back in New York. At just 23 years old, he's seen as a potential breakout star. But here's the kicker: the Jets are going to need to extend his contract soon, and with Hall being eligible for an extension, they may face some salary cap challenges moving forward. The reason the Jets may consider moving Hall, despite his obvious talent, could be because they don't want to pay him big bucks in the future. His contract is set to pay him just $3.3 million this year, but his value is skyrocketing. For the Cowboys, this might open the door for a potential trade if the Jets are willing to part with him. What do you think? Do you believe Breece Hall could be a good addition to the Cowboys? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's dive into Breece Hall's contract situation. Currently, Hall is set to make just $3.3 million in 2025, which is a bargain for a player of his caliber. But here's where it gets tricky. After this season, Hall will likely be looking for a significant raise. The projected market value for him is around $7 million per year, which is pretty reasonable considering his talent, but that could make him a financial challenge for a team like the Cowboys. So could Dallas afford him? The answer depends on a lot of factors. If the Cowboys were able to trade for Hall and secure him at a reasonable rate for this season, it might be a golden opportunity to acquire a top-tier running back without the massive financial burden, at least in the short term. However, the Cowboys do have other financial priorities, like maintaining key players on defense and securing Dak Prescott's future. That said, if the Cowboys could make a move for Hall without blowing their salary cap, it might be worth the gamble. You get a young, talented back with potential to be a star for years to come, at least for one more season at a bargain price. Do you think Hall's asking price is fair, or should Dallas explore cheaper options? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now that we've covered Breece Hall's situation and the potential benefits for the Cowboys, let's talk about how a trade might actually go down. Dallas isn't in the position to be giving up high draft picks, especially not a first-rounder for a running back. However, there are a few ways the Cowboys could make a deal work without sacrificing too much of their future. The Cowboys could potentially offer a mid-round draft pick, or perhaps a player who doesn't have a clear path to a starting role on the team. For the Jets, this would be an opportunity to bolster their roster without the need for a huge financial commitment to Hall. But what would Hall bring to the Cowboys if the trade went through? He'd instantly become a key part of the offense. His skills would complement Dak Prescott's passing game, and with a solid offensive line, Hall could make a huge impact in the running game. Not only would this help keep the defense honest, but it could give the Cowboys a much-needed boost to stay competitive in the NFC East. Do you think a trade for Hall would be worth it, or would Dallas be better off sticking with their current plans? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. So, when it comes down to it, should the Cowboys try to make a move for Breece Hall? On one hand, you've got the potential to add a young, explosive running back to the roster, and the cost for this season could be pretty low. But on the other hand, you've got the risk of him demanding a big payday soon, which could tie up cap space down the line. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think it's worth the gamble for the Cowboys to pursue Hall, or should they look for more affordable options? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more updates on all things Cowboys as we move through the offseason.